welcome to a walk in the park, and we've walked pretty far. We've in fact walked across the ocean and made our way all the way to Tokyo and Tokyo Disney Resort and Tokyo DisneySea, regarded the greatest theme park in the world, the greatest Disney park in the world, all of the above. And after over a week here, I can tell you that's probably true. We're here in the very front of the park with the Aquasphere, of course, representing the Earth, which most of which is covered in water, so it makes sense for a park themed to the seven seas, right? Originally, Imagineering wanted to do a lighthouse, but in Japanese culture, a lighthouse is currently associated with moving on to the afterlife, and so they decided, oh, that's not really joyous and inviting and the way to start your adventure, so they picked this Aquasphere. Not really the park icon, but it greets you at the front of the park. It does this wave stuff. Look, you're missing all this wave action. Maybe the one underwhelming thing in the whole park would be Aquasphere. It's still kind of cool, but not really all that amazing. The buildings in front of me are part of Porto Paradiso, but they're also the Hotel Miracosta, which we stayed at for a night. So we have a review, and I have a video that by the time you watch this may or may not be out, of a tour of the room. Really beautiful. We had a view looking into the park. So the hotel is actually in the park. This is sort of the concept that Disney World's going to be copying a bit with the Star Wars Hotel, and more so the Epcot, rumored Epcot Hotel, which will look into Future World. Pretty much the same idea as this. Right near the front of the park, you walk under it and you're in the park, and that way all these rooms offer really nice views inside the park all day and all night. Right now it is Easter. They celebrate Easter through June, believe it or not. Fashionable Easter, the theme this year. And there you see the real park icon, Mount Prometheus, just behind the fortress, which acts as the castle, I guess you could say, for this park. That's any better or worse. We're dealing with sunlight. The sun's going down. And right there, that bottom row of windows, the left one, that's where we stayed. When we stayed at Hotel Miracosta. We did just one night. It's a little expensive. But we had a view of there's a stage that rises out of the ground here where they do the daytime show right now, the Fashionable Easter. Yeah, and so we could see that. We couldn't really see Fantasmic, which is further out in the lagoon. But yeah, all of these are rooms up here. So not only does it complete the illusion of a town in Italy, but they also function as hotel rooms. There's a lounge there, that big bay windows of the lounge. And I will tell you, I have watched videos and seen photos of this park since it opened back in 2001, and no matter how much you've seen or haven't, nothing will prepare you for how grand this park actually is in person. So there we go, let's brighten that up. There is not a bad view of anything in this park. Every angle is beautiful, well thought out. The pinnacle of theme park design in any lifetime. And it still holds up. I was kind of worried because I felt like we had been starting to catch up in the US by building Cars Land and Pandora. But everything here was still beyond compare. And it's not just the attractions, it's not just the scenery, it's the people too, the cast members here. Just the nicest, most caring, hardest working cast members I've encountered just about anywhere. Stairs. We should probably take this ramp. Let's take the ramp. You see American Waterfront out in the distance, themed to, I guess, 20s, 30s New York. Tower of Terror, a very different theme here. We'll talk about that later, I'm sure. And those are really great. Those are the 35 Mickey statues for the ongoing 35th anniversary of the resort, which just began on April 15th. One of the driving reasons I came was to be a part of the anniversary and see the kickoff of the festivities. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos already from us, the parade, the nighttime shows, the projection shows, all that kind of stuff. Let me take a walk out over here. Flowers just everywhere. The flowers are so beautiful. The park is maintained so much better than either US resort. It's kind of crazy. And I'd heard those stories for years and chose not to fully believe them. It's very much true. This construction site up here is Soaring, which is going to open next year. They'll have a unique Soaring in that it'll have a more coherent theme than any of ours. It's here in Porto Paradiso. It's going to tie into the sea theme a little as if they're Da Vinci flying machines. So there may be some sea references, the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. One thing's for sure, if it's in this park, even if it is a clone, it's going to be better. We've seen that time and time again this trip. Things that we have in the States, the same ride, just done better. More coherent theming, just little effects that work or were added to make the ride a little bit better here. There's a lot of that. But even, and we'll look at it when we go to American Waterfront. Toy Story Mania is in the most beautiful area, the Toyville Trolley Park. We'll talk about that when we get there. We're now in Mysterious Island, which is sort of themed to the 20,000 Leagues film, but takes it a bit further. It's still Captain Nemo, but he's invited guests to Mysterious Island for a journey to the center of the Earth, and as well a journey 20,000 leagues under the sea on these new miniature submarines he's created. Yeah, it says here, I've devised a fleet of submarine boats to expedite my exploration of the sea's bounty. And Captain Nemo's personal vessel, of course named the Nautilus, is perched right there above the queue. And down below we have, of course, the original Nautilus, which I'm sure many of you have a fondness for, whether you remember the film from the 50s, or of course visited Walt Disney World from 1971 to 1994 when we had a ride that included a fleet of Nautilus ships. And the cool thing is they brought 20,000 Leagues back to life here. It is completely different. It's a dark ride. You're not actually underwater, but what they've done is those windows you see there on the side. So that's the vehicle you get in. Those windows on the side and the front where you can sit actually fill with water and a bubble effect to make it look like you are submerged, even though you are not, and looking at big, dry show scenes. And it's a really, really phenomenal little dark ride. And of course, there's the big boy, Journey to the Center of the Earth, which uses the test track ride technology. So you'll be happy to know, Florida visitors, that we definitely got the worst version of that ride ever built. Considering then this was built, and eventually Radiator Springs Racers. So we think test track easily, whether you like it or not, the third best of the rides to use that ride system that were devised. This is a really amazing area. I love this. I grew up loving 20,000 Leagues. And so this land is everything I could have dreamt it would be. And even having seen Cars Land, which opened a decade later, this is still, I think, more impressive. The amount of thought in hiding this entire show building. And this show building is 360 degrees as we go out around the rest of the park. You see this from everywhere, but it's completely covered in rock. And in different sides, it has a different look to fit the theme. Like in Cape Cod, there's more greenery growing on the side of the mountain. It's really an amazing thing they've accomplished here. You see a Journey car going by on the bridge. So you could even kind of get the idea that this in the round area, if you think about the loop we do on Test Track at the end, we do that loop here too. So you pop out of the mountain, the car goes through here, and you basically do the loop, but in rock work. And they even left a little section where you're outside there, and the car will go by, and then back into the mountain. But it's such a better use of that ride technology. But we have so much more to look at in this park, and we will continue next time.